Hi, my name's Paul. I'm up here on my property on this sunny day. I'm on my property in the lockdown, so I'm all right here. Yeah, just thought I'd say a few things about property here and life and what's going on. This property has been in the family for about 150 years. My great-great-grandfather came to Waikawa at 1850, 1860, and I am the person that has carried on with the farming here. I'm just up here to record some stuff, maybe stuff that's encouraging, maybe stuff that may be encouraging to you. I don't really know. We live in strange times, don't we? Being locked down by a little virus. They tell me it's about 1 micron in diameter, which is quite small. It's amazing how such a small thing can do so much damage on a world scale. And the implications of that lockdown has been dramatic right around the world. And we in New Zealand here, we're not immune from such a happening. And I just noticed yesterday that Air New Zealand may never fly an international route for a long time, so it hits everybody, and also farmers not being able to get their stock away, exporters, even the police are under stress, the health department is under stress. They do a great job, those guys, and the governments are looking for answers and trying to implement something that's going to be satisfactory in the end, and I applaud them for that. But here at the moment there's absolutely nothing. I've been in lockdown for a week. I haven't seen another car, I haven't seen another person all that time, so it makes you a little bit isolated to all the world. But we have got good media and good coverage with Facebook, TV, so we're probably not as bad as it would have been 100 years ago. I just need to look at something here I've written. This place here at the moment is it's a beautiful day. It's very, very sunny here actually. It's almost too sunny in my eyes to look into this camera, but I have seen it here on stormy days, you know, with sou'westers of 60, 70 knots blowing, and you wouldn't want to be here on that sort of a day. And it just shows me today that the storms do pass. Storms do come and they do go, and I believe this, which is affecting New Zealand and the rest of the world, is like a storm. I'm sure one day we're going to see sunny days just like today. And I just want to encourage you out there, whoever you are, that to just don't look inwards, but look forward to something good. Look forward to new times. I believe this is just a detour on the main road of life, and we have to sometimes take a detour to get to the destination, and I reckon this is one of those detours. How long we get on the main road again, I don't know. I once read a book about Winston Churchill, and actually, strangely enough, it was written by Boris Johnson, and we know he's in lockdown with the virus himself now. But he wrote a book about Winston Churchill, and I read part of the book, and I ended up leaving it in England, so I don't know what the other half was like, but it gave a very, very good picture of Winston Churchill in the dilemma of World War II and facing odds that were so hard against him that you would hardly want to fight, you would want to capitulate. But he was a gutsy man, and he saw that if you did fight through it, you would come out as a victor. And I think that even for Boris, who wrote that book, Winston Churchill is his inspiration. And if you can see a man that had a victory in the world over insurmountable odds, it was certainly Winston Churchill. So today I would say, get the spirit of Winnie Churchill and be filled with faith and hope, and a vision and a destiny for what's going on at the moment in your life. I've been on this property, as I said, I think next year is 50 years since I've been here, and I've seen a lot of ups and downs, but I have to admit that in all those ups and downs, my faith has carried me through, and today I'm a survivor here on the coast. The storms never got me. Yeah, and as you can see, it's really, really beautiful. But about 20 years ago, I was appointed a pastor in a church here at Curio Bay in New Zealand, and to be quite honest, I found that one of the most important things as a pastor is just to encourage people, just to encourage them in their life and their faith, encourage them in what they're doing, encourage them in their family life, encouraging them in their dramas and their ups and their downs. And today I just want to encourage you, whoever you are out there listening to this message, that you would be inspired to turn and face the battle, face the tide as it would maybe coming against you. It's going to run out one day, and it's not going to flood over us. I have to admit that right here at the moment, some little beasts called sandflies, which are particularly well known in the south part of New Zealand, are biting my face so badly that I can hardly talk. But anyway, just on that note, I might close. I can't think of anything else I'd like to say. I might have had a note here of something. Just see if I can see what it is. Our ancestors came here. Well, some of them hundred years ago, some of them maybe up 700 or 800 years ago. It depends which part of the world you come from. They came in boats and canoes, and they risked their life to come here to do something. I actually don't think that in that era, with all the tests and trials and the things that could have happened to them, they would have seen the virus as anything great. They would have just probably seen it as one of those things you have to suffer in life. But now in 2020, we've become a very sophisticated world to live in. We expect things to operate when we buy something for it to work. And but I think that pioneering spirit of our ancestors, whether they came from Polynesia or Europe, was something that was deep in the heart of those people. And I believe that they were looking for something better. They were looking for a better world in what they were doing. And maybe where they had come from was under a lot of pressure, wasn't good, but they decided to take the initiative. And I encourage you today to take the initiative. Put your heart and soul into seeing this as a time when you can relax, that it won't be an unhappy time, it'll be a happy time for this next month or whatever, and to enjoy it. I mean, I'm doing some painting, which was long overdue, so I've got something to do, and fill your mind with something that's positive. You know, I notice when I look at the TV quite a bit about it, it's kind of negative news, and after all it seems to get inside me, and really I know possibly I need to know what's going on, but at the end of the day we need to have some vision for going forward and do something that can occupy our mind. I don't know what it is, but anyway, I encourage you to see that some good come out of this. It doesn't look very good, but some good could come out of this. You know, we're people that kind of took everything that we could want to do could be done, and you know, even like cruise ships, which I've been on one cruise on the Rhine River, but other people like cruise ships on the sea, and that's been an amazing. I don't know how many hundreds of cruise ships there are around the world, but everybody enjoyed those things. But now the cruise ship kind of seen as it's like a jail. People out in the ocean there now with cruise ships that just can't find a port to go into. Nobody wants them because they might contaminate the population of that port. And there's some quite dire things happening out there with people on cruise ships. They're just like a jail, and nobody can you can't get off. The captain can't get you to a port, and you know that's a tough thing if you happen to be there. So some of those things have just turned nasty that we appreciated and liked, and if we dwell and think about that all the time, we get sort of dragged down inside. So I'm saying to you today, just see beyond that. Maybe see that the cruise ships will be okay. maybe see that in the days that lie ahead, New Zealand can have some resemblance of the New Zealand it had before the beginning of March. Anyway, I'd just like to say that this is a bit of a rant here from me. I'm Paul Watson. I'm at the end of the world. My house is the second most southern house in the South Island, and yeah, Curio Bay is a nice place to be. And I just hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't like the talk, at least the scenery's probably pretty good. So you have a great day, and I might catch you some other time. Bye.